Good morning. Let us look to the Lord. Kind Father, in Jesus' name, we thank you for this day. We thank you for this gathering. We declare that this is the day that you have made, and we are rejoicing and we are glad in it. We acknowledge your presence in this place. We thank you for the activities of our limb. We thank you, Lord, for just being able to breathe this morning. And we pray, God, that you would just have your way in this place. God, we thank you for anointing and blessing this agenda. And we thank you, Lord, that everything that will be done today will be done for the edification and for the building up of this community, the building up of this city. We thank you, Lord, for having your way, God, and for blessing every speaker, for blessing everyone that has gathered in this place today. God, we thank you, Lord, that we are moving forward, and Lord, that you will bless, God, everyone that is gathered here today. We pray, God, that you will even bless the food that we are going to receive today. We thank you for unity, we thank you for brotherly love, and we thank you for peace amongst us all. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Amen.
Good morning. I want to thank everyone for coming out today. I know that this is an early hurricane season watch, and that we're grateful that we were spared this weekend and having a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. I want to thank the teamwork of Yolanda Edwards and T. Nathan Fairley, all for their diligence and their assistance in organizing and coordinating this community effort. T. Nathan has just done an outstanding job with our social media campaign and our door-to-door canvassing. He has truly been an asset to us, and I want to ask all of Team ECHO and our coalition members to please stand. All churches, individuals, and organizations, and our board members who are present. ECHO is an organization that stands for Education, Economics, Environment, Climate, and Health Organization. And we're all about getting people of all ages involved, but especially hopeful that our young people will become involved because they are our future. And having said that, I want to thank the young man, Pastor Joshua Keith Smith, for coming to give us our opening prayer. I want to thank him. So now I'm going to ask Yolanda, she will continue the program.
Good morning. We want to welcome everyone today, and we'd like to give a special thanks to our 5 focus communities in Gulfport. We have North Gulfport. I want to hear some noise when I call you community. North Gulfport. All right, now, come on. All right, Central Gulfport, also known as the Quarters. Surrey City, Magnolia Grove. And the Hansborough, Mississippi City area as well. But I want to thank everyone, regardless of what neighborhood you live in, on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and we hope our entire community can benefit from your attendance here today. Before introducing our panelists and presenters, I'd like to recognize any elected officials that are in the room. If you would please stand. Okay, Mr. Howard. Next, we're going to recognize any pastors. If you will please stand if you have any pastors here. We know that the church is the foundation of our communities, and we also want to ask if we have any civic club presidents or chairmen, if they would please stand as well. The civic club pastor presidents, okay. And I believe that we have the Mississippi State NAACP Chair of the Environmental and Climate Committee, Dr. Charlotte Keys. Is she here yet today? Okay. Okay, and also Gloria Tatum, the former director and founder of the Mississippi Department of Environmental Quality's Office for Community Engagement. If you would please stand. There are many other organizations that we've extended outreach to work within these communities over the years, and we really thank you for being here today at this forum. I'm really excited now And the Gulf Coast should be honored to have so many of our nation's renowned academics, researchers, and an environmental legal expert, and an environmental regulator here with us today. It is with pride and privilege that we honor the presence. We've heard from Pastor Smith, and also we have Dr. Janae King, who is actually in the back. Where's Dr. King? Okay, Dr. King is from Texas Southern University. We also have Dr. David Padgett of Tennessee State University, the illustrious attorney Monique Hardin of the Deep South Center for Environmental Justice, and Della Wright from the Deep South Center for Environmental Justice. To my immediate left, we have Dr. Beverly Wright of the Deep South Center for Environmental Justice, Dr. Robert Willard, who is an internationally known, and he is also renowned and referred to as the godfather of environmental justice. He's with Texas Southern University, and some of you know our own Dr. Joan Wesley. She's from Jackson State University. And she did a lot of focus studies within our community last year. Next to her, we have Ms. Ruth Story, who is the Executive Director of ECHO. And it's Melissa Collier here yet, because she made it here. Okay. We will also have Melissa Collier. She's on her way. She called me, was a little late. She'll be running a little late, but we have Melissa Collier here, and she is the current Director of the Office of Environmental Community Engagement for EEECHO. Okay, now, we would like to ask Dr. Beverly Wright and Dr. Bullard, they're the co-directors of the HBCU-CBO Gulf Coast Equity Consortium, to come give us an overview of their vision. All right, well, before we get started, we're going to go over some ground rules for today. And I think this will help move our program along as well as make sure everyone is heard. The first rule is we're going to ask for one speaker at a time. We all have very important things to say. We want to make sure everyone is heard. Also, we're asking that people who live in the communities that we are representing today, who work in those communities, who have family, who are from those communities, those are the people that we're going to have voting today. We'd also like to ask everyone to stay open to new ways of doing things and new ideas. Please be positive, non-judgmental. Listen from the we, but speak from the I. Respect each other in thinking and value everyone's contributions. Staying on schedule is everyone's responsibility. We want to be brief and meaningful when voicing our opinions, and also allow every voice in the room to be heard. Finally, we want to seek common ground and understanding. Okay, now Dr. Beverly Wright and Dr. Bullard.
Thank you. Good morning. It's really wonderful to be here. Charlotte Keys, I want to recognize one of our soldiers in the environmental justice movement, and another person, Dr. Glenn Johnson from Texas Southern University, who's also on our team. You see him taking pictures all around the place. I want to first, and they tell me not to do this, but apologize because I really don't have a voice. This is the best speaking I've done all week. I've been told that nobody would know it. Well, if you really knew how I speak, you'd know this was not my voice. But just so you can hear me, I'm happy about that. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to work this because we have no PowerPoint in front of me. But first of all, I'm going to give you just an overview of this project. Is someone moving the slides? Yes. Okay. Wait. Okay, so I know where to point. So, we're called the HBCU-CBO Gulf Coast Equity Consortium. It's co-directed by Dr. Robert Bullard and myself. And before I tell you the specifics of the consortium, I want to tell you how we got here. We've both been sociologists and college professors for the last 40 years. And because we both initially worked at predominantly white universities, that's where we started. But our heart was always in working at HBCUs, which the two of us are a product of. I went to Grambling State University, and he went to Alabama. And I get it wrong sometimes, so I would mess it up. And while attending those schools in the 60s, tell my age, but while attending the schools in the 60s, we went through the whole civil rights struggle, and benefited from a lot of the struggles of other people, where we both were able to go away to college. I went to the State University of New York in Buffalo and got a PhD, and Bullock went to Iowa State, all because of the work of those who came before us, fighting to get those doors open so we could get there. So it placed within us a hunger to give back and to work in our communities from which we came. And so over the almost 30 years that we both worked in classrooms, all of our work centered around issues within the Black community, whether it was health, criminal justice system, pregnant teenagers. You remember all of these different phases that we've gone through, all of our work centered around that. And the dream was to finally reach a point where we could pull together faculty members at HBCUs, which are oftentimes located right in the middle of a low-income Black community, across the street from housing projects, wherever, but we were always kind of centered there, unless we were in rural communities. But getting those faculty to come out from behind the ivory tower and work directly with communities, which is what we had done individually, and the dream was to form a type of consortium that allowed us to do that, to scale across a large number of universities. We have 104 HBCUs. If you think about that, imagine us being able to go under all of that knowledge, all those resources around problems in our own community. That was our dream. At this point, we have 32 HBCUs involved in our HBCU Climate Change Consortium. And we moving forward. Our goal is to get 50, and I think we may get there this year, but we have 32. And we have a climate change conference that includes students from HBCUs. We're now on our 6th conference, where we're expecting almost 300 students to be in attendance this coming year. So that tells you how we got here. So we are authentic. We are not parachuting in, a word Bob likes to use all the time, with some money that gets us tenure. We both had tenure already, so it's not about tenure at a university. And it is all about not so much giving back, because, our families live where your families live. So it's kind of selfish as well. It's helping our community, but we're fighting to save our own families as well, because we're all one in that sense. And so I have a kind of long overview to tell you a more formal overview that I want to present. What I'm going to say first of all, though, is that, and this is on the first slide, it's really just telling you what our principles are. So we have 3 guiding principles. The first principle is that communities speak for themselves. And so you never hear us say we're speaking for North Gulfport. We don't do that. We assist you in finding your own voice, and you become the speakers for your own communities. That's the first principle. The second principle is called community university partnerships. It's a concept that my center, the Deep South Center for Environmental Justice, was based on. And that was having a community advisory board, and that advisory board guiding all of our work. So it began with us saying, first of all, after we pulled people together, and for me it was in the Mississippi River Chemical Corridor, where people are living with toxins, and we have the highest cancer rate in the country in Louisiana. Because of all of that pollution, but pulling those people together in a board and asking them to identify their own problems and tell us what it is you want us to help you with. So everything that we've done has been community driven. And so when they explain to us what we're doing, of course we take the knowledge that we have and try to come up with a plan of attack. A research plan, a social advocacy plan, helping people to speak for themselves, where you are the leader of all of the work. And the last is called community-based participatory research, which is a scientific method for working directly with communities that we believe came from what we had done. In other words, what we had done for 30 years, now all of a sudden is a big scientific principle through which most research has to be done if it's with the community. And so we embrace that particular philosophy. So that's basic, the principles that we work for. And we had a vision. And that vision basically is that we intend that every community that we work with will be better off when we leave. We also intend to leave things behind in terms of knowledge and resources, that when we are gone, the community can continue its work. And I always tell communities that when I first started working in this field, and I lived in Louisiana, which is, talk about chemicals, we're about the worst. And a lot of the big greens, you know, what are the big greens? The Environmental Defense Fund, the Natural Resources Defense Fund, there are a lot of them. But when I say big greens, I'm talking about all these huge environmental organizations, Sierra Club, that's one that most people know, who've taken a whole lot of money to work on other things, but lately they've been getting money to work with us, right? And one of the things that they would do would be to send young white kids into the communities over the summer to work with us. Well-meaning, loving young kids. But when the semester was over, they would leave. And when they left, they did what? Took everything with them. Because it was not the community themselves working, it was young people working for them. What we have learned is that if you want to see success, you train the people who live there to be their own advocates, and they can continue working when the young people leave who came there well-meaning to help you for 6 weeks. And so our basic premise is that we are going to train you so that you can become your own voice. Nobody can fight for you like you can. Nobody feels about your issues the way that you do. And so when we empower you, and over these 30 years, we have seen unbelievable changes made in communities by giving communities what they needed. I've gone off script, but that's okay. The objectives. So I have on screen what the objectives of this project are, what the objectives are. And the first was to strengthen the relationships between community-based organizations and HBCU partners. So that's strengthening relationships between you, and in this case, it would be Jackson State University, and Dr. Wesley, and the other faculty members that she would bring with her. It also includes strengthening relationships not only with Jackson State, but with the other 4 universities that are partners in this project. We're going to provide education and training that increase science literacy and the utilization of research tools by communities. We're going to conduct research relevant to the identified needs of the community-based organization, develop environmental health profiles for each community, build the capacities of communities to participate in decision-making and advocate for policies, develop a policy document and action plan for achieving environmental health goals set by the CBOs, implement the action plan, and create an evaluation strategy and tools to utilize and assessing the project activities and impacts. So now, very quickly, I'm going to try to lay out the program. This program was designed with 7 what we call operational components. So if you're going to work, we're working in 5 states. That's Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida, and Texas. And we are connected with 5 universities, HBCUs, Dillard University, Florida, A&M, help me on, Texas Southern University, Alabama, A&M, and Jackson State, and Tennessee State, right? We have a roving professor, and he's at the end of the Dr. Paget's skills are very much needed and hard to find, but we found a GIS specialist, geographer. He's everything we need. Whatever we ask him to be, he finds a way to be that. And so he's from Tennessee State, and he works with all our universities. So you understand how this is broken down. We have what we call an administrative component. So how are you going to manage all 5 universities, or how will you manage one program in one community? So on the right side of the screen, you actually see the actual people who are responsible for getting this work done. So the administrative leadership in the component is basically Beverly Wright, that's me, and Dr. Robert Fuller. And we are basically in charge of 2 separate but complementary components. So the Deep South Center for Environmental Justice, under the auspices of me, Beverly Wright, basically responsible for community engagement. So our responsibility is to get all of you here, work with the CBOs, and be involved in whatever activities go on in the community. Dr. Robert Bullard, his administrative responsibilities are basically around the research projects. Whatever research we decide to do, he's responsible for organizing it. But we really, to be honest, work as a team. So we end up working together. And so the person responsible administratively for community engagement is Monique Harden for the Deep South Center. The person responsible for the research component, program manager, is Dr. Danae King, sitting in the back there. And also supporting her is Dr. Glenn Johnson from Texas Southern University on the research team. And we have Mary Williams, who's our community outreach coordinator, who's over here on this side, and Deborah Merrick in the back, who's doing all the work getting you signed up. And that's basically our team. Included in the administrative component would be all of your CBO presidents, and we made certain that every CBO has one person that they've hired to be responsible for doing all of this work. That's something else that we believe. We believe that people should be compensated for work. You don't always just ask community people to come and you compensate them for nothing. You need to put the monies back into the community. Before you get excited, it's not a whole lot of money, so no need to start fighting about it. It's not enough to fight about. I want to make that clear. But it is some money coming back to get this work done. I've been around a while, y'all, so I kind of know what could happen. I'm sorry, I don't feel 100%. I think I've already gone through the primary responsibilities. I'm getting ahead of my slide, but that's okay. And so I've already talked a bit about the 2 components, the research and the community engagement. Well, on each of those components, we have the community side of it. So we have what we call community engagement teams and research partners. So every community will have to pull together their community engagement teams. You are required to have a team of at least 5 people. Finance side, Mary, I know I'm going off script. Thank you. At least somebody knows what's going on. Thank you. Let's see where we go. Yes. So the 2 main components of getting all this work done will be in these teams. So every community-based organization will have a research cluster and a community engagement team. That community engagement team is basically composed of about 5 people, and I say about, because you may be able to go up or down depending upon what you do. It will include the faculty lead person. It will include the CBO person, the president of the CBO. It will also include at least 3 other people, 2 of which we ask be members of your community-based organization. So that could be any one of you out here. At least 2 of you must be on this particular team. And this is a team that will stay in close contact with us to make certain that work is being done. So if you get a grant from a foundation, the reporting is unreal. We have to report every dime that's spent, every meeting that's attended, and they want outcomes. So we need a way of recording everything that we've done. We also have to evaluate what we've done. So we haven't evaluated, and I'm glad I'm saying that now. Della Wright is our evaluator par excellence. She's one of the best. And you will be actively involved in the evaluation process. That team, and you see, okay, we'll go to the research. You saw? I'm kind of used to having it before me so I can see what you see, but I have to turn around. So the research clusters are also made up of 5 people. And those 5 people include Dr. Dene, who is the manager of that cluster. Did I say that Monique Hart was the manager of the community engagement cluster? I think I did. So Dr. Dene is the manager of the research cluster. And it will also include any technical consultants that we have to bring on board. We also have a graduate assistant that will be included in all of the research work that we've done. And I believe it is the research faculty lead is also part of that particular cluster. And if there are organizations, other organizations that you have been working with, like the health department or someone from the Mississippi Department of Environmental Quality, if there are people like that you have a relationship with that you want on your research team, you are allowed to include them, and any others really. In the end, you make a decision about who would be on those teams. Very quickly, I'm going to go through, there's 2 other components that are important. Boy, I really got off script. The education and training component, I think, is an important one for you to know about. The Texas Southern University and the Deep South Center for Environmental Justice have a grant with the National Institute of Environmental Health Sciences, where we actually train young men and women and place them in jobs and what we call environmental careers. And they're trained in hazardous waste, remediation, lead abatement, mold remediation, basic construction, and some other certificates like OSHA 12 and OSHA 16 hours that you need to work. We've been doing this for 24 years with a graduation rate, and sometimes it's like 98% and at least a 75% job placement rate. So in the 3rd year of this grant, we will be conducting a training program in your community. It will not be what we call the full-scale hazardous waste worker training program, unless we're able to get more funds for that, but it will be what we call hazardous waste worker training, where we will be able to train people in your community to get certain certificates so that they could work in the remediation field. These jobs are becoming more and more needed because of climate change. So whenever you have hurricanes, you got mold that needs to be taken care of, you got hazardous waste that needs to be removed, and this requires training so that the young people are safe. They also get basic construction where they learn how to do things like put up sheetrock and so on. And over the last 24 years, it has been a successful program. We will be conducting some, I call it a modified training in your community. And I think it's by next year, Dr. Dene, is that next year when we have to start the 3rd year of the program, is when we will begin doing that. And you'll also be introduced to a lot of what we call science literacy, where we will teach you how to conduct environmental health surveys, you know, to do air sampling, water sampling, all of those kinds of things that you need to then have conversations with your local officials about some of the issues that you are having. We will teach you to be the scientists, to take that to the authorities. And it gives you something to stand on where your words are not just anecdotal. You know, they like to say it's just anecdotal, meaning you have no scientific evidence that this is happening to you. So we've been working for years with communities, and we've seen where science literacy has produced air monitoring that ended up with a community finally being relocated because they finally had proof that they were breathing toxic air. And so a lot of that will be going on as well. And we conduct what we call the trainer-trainer model, because we will train people in your community so that they can also conduct trainings in their communities with larger numbers of people. So if we train you to train someone else, eventually you can have everybody in your community with at least one person in their house knowing how to do certain things that will support their health. So that is our goal. I want to show you very quickly, because I have 5 minutes, I don't know where I am. So we have the evaluation component, and it is a comprehensive evaluation that we'll be doing of the program, hoping that at the end we can show some collective impact. So if we're doing all of this in 5 states, you know, what have we learned and what kind of policies can we push forward for the Gulf Coast region? So we're in 5 states. So whatever, and all of the problems are very similar. So collectively, what can we say about policies for the Gulf Coast? We're hoping that by the 5th year we're able to do that, and Della will help us get there. Della Wright, it's my cousin. You missed that, huh? And then lastly, almost lastly, the advisory board, you put is that slide up? Yes. So we have a distinguished advisory board with people from across the country with certain expertise who will be helping us on the research end and on the policy end and on the advocacy end. We've brought in people who know how to do this work, and we've been working with them for many years. And then, I'm sorry, that's the advisory board. I'm talking about the steering committee. The steering committee is the next one. These are the people with technical skills from across the country. The advisory board was what I just showed you, was really made up of most of our professors and our HBCUs who are also distinguished in their own right. But we brought some outsiders in as well, so that you can see that they come from community-based organizations and universities who are helping us reach our research goals. And I made it, thank you. I'm done. I think now Dr. Bullitt is going to be the closer on this.
Well, good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
My name is Robert Bullard, and I am a sociologist by training. I'm a distinguished professor of urban planning and environmental policy at Texas Southern University in Houston, Texas. And my real job is to tell the truth and to try to generate information, research to action. I was born in a little town in Alabama, Elva, Alabama. I went to school at Alabama A&M University, graduated in the 60s, got my master's from Atlanta University in the Department of Sociology that was founded by W.E.B. Du Bois. My university was founded in 1865, Atlanta University, by the Freedmen's Bureau to educate former slaves. I know exactly what my job is. So my work, you know, I have tried to follow in the footsteps of one of my heroes, you know, Du Bois. He was a scholar, an author, he was an activist, he was an analyst. He just didn't, you know, sit around and twiddle his thumbs. I've written 18 books on a range of issues and areas. but it's just one book, but don't tell anybody. Written books on housing, transportation, energy, health, environment, climate, food security. It's just one book, but the central theme that brings all of those that research together is fairness, justice, and equity. And for the last 4 decades, I have said that I want to have a footprint, a lasting footprint, and work on issues that will support a movement. The environmental justice movement didn't just spring out of the sky, it sprang from the need for justice. And the environment is everything. It's where we live, work, play, worship, as well learn, as well as the physical and natural world. And so that when we talk about bringing HBCUs together, historically black college university that was founded in many cases out of resisting racism and Jim Crow, and bringing community-based organizations together. That's what Dr. Wright was talking about, CBOs. For those folks who don't understand the alphabet soup, CBO, there's nothing more than community-based organizations, faith-based organizations, voluntary associations, homeowners associations, bringing our organizations together to work directly with our black college university. Our schools exist for a reason, and when we forget that reason, we go astray. So we're in Gulfport, Mississippi. Now I know there are other black college universities in Mississippi, and we heard that yesterday from a strong alum from Alcorn. And we know what, I'm from Texas Southern, we know from Alcorn. They come beat us up in football. But when we talk about HBCUs, we're talking about oneness. There's 104 of them, and we got 32 working with us right now. Our goal is more than 50, Dr. Wright. We want to get all 104. But if we can't get all 104, we're going to get the majority. Working on these issues because our schools get those students who come from many communities, like communities in Gulfport, and we need to get them on board so that they can give back. So they can go over there and register to vote. The millennials, go over there and register to vote because how you vote makes a difference. We know that. And if we work, this project is a 5-year project, but we know after 5 years, we're still going to be working with you. We may not have money, but I'm optimistic we don't have money. Some of the best work that we have done, working with community, no money, because nobody could tell us what to do. No strings attached. That means we had free will to work and will it to be. So that's what this project is about. It's a very ambitious project, but we're talking about results driven. This project is driven by you, not by Dr. Bullard, Dr. Wright, and all these other doctors, all these other folks. It's driven by you. And what you decide as your priorities, our job as staff is to put together the right players, the right people, the right experts, I was going to say the right kick-ass folks, but I won't. The right folks who can make things happen and kick the door down when people say, you can't do that. We had naysayers say, you can't do that. And what do we do? We prove them wrong. We prove them wrong because we say we're going to make this work because we already have results. We already have achieved a lot in terms of getting communities things that they need, whether it's making sure that the money goes where the need. Follow it out, whether it's after hurricanes, droughts, tornadoes, whether it's after Katrina, follow the money, very scientific process, follow the money. You can tell who's important, who's not. In Houston, we got some of the same issues that can go. All 5 cities are port cities. All cities got the same issues. Whether it's housing, displacement, gentrification, dealing with pollution, dealing with children's health issues and asthma, all that stuff. We got the right folks at our schools, and we got the right organizations in the community. If we match them up and work together and build this consortium, when we come together as a collective, we're strong. Nobody can defeat us. That's what we're talking about, building this team. Building this team, and we will make this work. That's our job, and some of us are very good at it. We don't brag about it, we let our results speak for themselves. There's nothing wrong with my voice, but I'm done. I'm done. Thank you very much.
Bob, could you ask the folks if you have some questions?
Oh. Do you have any questions? Yes, sir.
How we get into contact with you? You don't have no literature with you.
You can easily contact me. If you want, you can just Google my name, Dr. Robert Bullitt. My name will come up. But I have a Gmail, drrobertbullitt@gmail.com. If you put in my name, website will come up. All kinds of stuff will come up. Some of the stuff you can believe, some of the stuff you don't. I've been called a lot of things. Some true, some not. But if you get me, my phone number at Texas Southern is 713-313-6849. And we're going to have this information distributed later, but 713-313-6849. I'm easy to find. That's good in some ways, but I'm not running from anybody. Yes, sir.
Dr. Bullitt, you mentioned earlier that you want our millennials to vote and everything. We also want we ask them to vote, register to vote. And we also want our millennials, everybody in here to understand the climate that we're in. 2020 is getting ready to come up, census, redistricting. And this is something all of you need to know and understand, that they will write your community out in a heartbeat. So get involved. Stay alert and know what is going on, because we need it. Thank you.
Yeah. See, this is very important. See, we got folks on our team who do excellent mapping and can disaggregate, can take apart all the gerrymandering. And when you talk about putting data together, census data together, and maps together, and analysis together, you can do it for housing, residential, pollution, but you also do it in terms of how these areas have put together in terms of redlining and voting. So this project is about, children and families and health, but when they take away your vote, that's not healthy. And so the best predictor of health and well-being in this country still is zip code. You tell me a zip code, I can tell you how healthy you are. So this project touches on a lot of issues, and how the issues emerge from the community is what will drive this project. In some cases, it'll be different in Mobile and Pensacola and New Orleans and Houston, but in some cases, it'll be the same issues. It's just on a different scale. Same issue. Racism cuts across place. And we got 5 places in Dixie that are not shy and timid about racism. And so we're not timid about uncovering that and addressing that head on. So understand that the issues we are talking about will be, I guess, in other words, will emerge from those tables. And that's a process that we have put in place that it will show you how these issues bubble up to the top, and the communities decide what the priorities are, and what they want done. You'll see.
Last question.
I have a question concerning the BP project. I was one of those people that I had asthma at the age of 6 years old, and it went away. And after the oil spill, I lived on the beach next to the hospital, and I developed asthma again. And now I'm taking my 2 shots, a shot in the morning, a shot at night, and the medicine, the steroids are unbelievable, the price of them. I take like 4 pills a day, 4 different steroids. They have denied me, they have declined me, they have not given me anything, and they was telling me about the way the money is going to go now, so we're not sure how that money is going to go. What can I do as an activist to where that money is going to go right now? Because right now that is still being an issue of where that money is going to go and how it's going to be used.
I think that one person who could really speak to that is probably Attorney Monique Harding, but because that's a fight that she was somewhat involved in. The biggest problem that communities have is showing the relationship between your illness and a particular county. And if you said you had it when you were 6, then that's the starting point for them to say that you were not affected. The bad news is that if you're looking to science to solve this, we're probably in a bad place because science isn't where it should be. What absolutely has to happen is more related to political science, as we would call it, and that is with the swelling up from the ground up with people advocating for you and others like you. You know, we had the Katrina cough. They said it wasn't related. We did a study that basically showed that it was related due to a particular matter in the air at that time. So, and the mold that was there, New Orleans is an old moldy city, so they said if we weren't getting it from the new mold, it was from the old mold. But we found out it wasn't. It was that it was much more after Katrina. So this is the fight that you're in, is the fight that people across this country are having, dealing with science, supporting their illnesses, and big companies like BP trying to cut their losses to make certain that you're not compensated so they don't sort of give into science. So it is a problem, it is the kind of struggles that we have, and they're sometimes they're really hard, long, hard fights. And I would like, Monique, would you like to add something to this?
Yeah, what I would just suggest as a way forward is understanding that you are one plus thousands, if not, tens of thousands of people with health problems related to BP, and then also health problems related to other sources of pollution in the community. And I think the science is extremely important in terms of identifying and showing that it exists. But know that what Dr. Wright said is that political science is tremendous in terms of what the outcome will be. And so you can think about your health situation, the solution to it being how you organize around it, right? And so while it's your individual medical problem, but the cause and importantly the solution around it is going to be a political answer in terms of what Gulfport and neighboring communities can do about it. If you think I'm, being delusional, I'll just give you a case in point. BP hired Kenneth Feinberg initially, or after there was attention on BP hiring a contractor firm whose job it was to reduce lost dollar payout. BP then, with the Obama administration's intervention, after it was exposed by my former organization, hired Kenneth Feinberg to handle their disaster claims. Kenneth Feinberg set up a disaster claim that included health claims. And in the health claims, he said, if you have medical proof that your illness or injury was caused by exposure to what happened with the BP spill, your claim is eligible for consideration. Now, also people might not think that sounds reasonable. What he's really saying is you have no claim. Because there's no doctor that will say what you just described is 100% bona fide, guaranteed, scientific, like a fingerprint proof, the result of BP exposure. The best a doctor can say is that it's associated, there are linkages that can be firmly established, but we can't show a causal connection because our science is not developed to that level. But that did not stop Kenneth Feinberg from doing something very different when he was over the Agent Orange litigation. And there, he didn't require medical proof for a health claim. What he required was showing that you were you were a serviceman or woman during Vietnam, and you were in the area where Agent Orange was stored, used, or disposed of. And you've got claims paid. Well, why would he do this different situation? It's all in what people are willing to live with. And so the court said that the Agent Orange Vietnam people were quote unquote deserving of it. The judge didn't say the science was different. He didn't say the circumstances were different. He said something about the people that was deserving. We have to fight for that same level of respect here on the Gulf region. And that's one of the reasons why the consortium is here. We've got to show what we're willing to put up with, right? And so this is happening to you and many other people because they think they can get away with it. It's not because they're right. It's not because you're wrong. It's because they think they can get away with it.
Yes, the last point is in terms of following the dollars. When dollars come down after disasters, and it's not unique to Mississippi or Gulfport in terms of money may not be following need. We just had Harvey in Houston, and we're in a fight right now in the 4th largest city to make sure that when those billions of dollars come down to Houston in terms of Harvey, recovery and disaster, that it's just don't go money following money and money following power. We try to, our goal, to work together with different organizations and involving our HBCU Consortium is to make sure that money follows need and that the monies go in a way and it can be transparent and tracked in a way to show it's going to where it should go. That's a challenge, and it's about scale. And those kind of things that our communities in Houston can't do by themselves, but need the support of institutions, organizations, within our HBCU and external, our partners outside of the Gulf Coast and et cetera. I think we've been called for time. I got a big stop sign. But we're going to get into a lot of this as we go through this process.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for having me. I'm Della Wright, and we're going to shift gears a little bit. Throughout the day, there's going to be 3 points where I'm just going to ask everyone to answer a question. There's some big posters on everybody's table. Everybody has one? Raise your hand if you don't. And there's 3 questions on it. There should also be a sheet of stickers that are like little dots. So the first question that we're going to answer right now is just how well do you feel like you understand the goals of the Gulf Equity Consortium? Based on the presentations we just had, do you feel like you get it 100%? You can tell your friends and family what we're trying to do here? Or if so, that's a 5. That would be like completely. If you don't get it at all, you would need to hear this all over again. Then you would put a 1. Or if you're somewhere in between, wherever you fit. So everyone at the table should put a sticker on the number that best describes how you feel about the question. And I think that's it, yes? The color doesn't matter at all. Thank you for asking. And if you have any questions about it, you can just keep your hand up, or if you don't have any stickers or something like that. You just have about 5 minutes to do this. It should be quick.
From Texas Southern University in Houston, Texas. I'm also a graduate of Texas Southern, so I'm an HBCU graduate as well. I started my career looking in chemistry. I have an undergrad in chemistry from Texas Southern. And then I worked at one of those horrible chemical plants. Y'all remember Vena Gas? I worked for Vena Gas. It was a horrible experience. And so then I said, well, I better go back to school. So I decided to go back to school, and I got a master's and a PhD in environmental health. And so I've worked for the last 15 years, really working with communities, trying to help people understand kind of what they're exposed to in the environment and what those things do in terms of their health. And so that's why we're really here today. So as far as the consortium and working with the 5 cities, or the 5 states, we are trying to help you develop what we call a research to action agenda. And so in order to do research to action, you have to first know kind of what the issues are in the community. And so what we're going to do today is identify what those issues are, and then we're going to talk about once you realize what the issues are, what kinds of impacts those issues have on your life, and then you're going to tell us about what kind of changes you'd like to see. Okay, so we're going to do that in phases. The first phase includes issues. We're going to do that by using a wonderful little blue Post-it notes. So you see your Post-it notes on the table? These are your assignments. So today, you're going to be the expert. Does everybody have blue? Everybody has a little sticky note packet, right? So today, you're going to be the expert. We're going to be the students. Kind of opposite. Usually we're the teachers and people teaching, and students are listening. Today you're going to teach us. You're going to tell us everything that we need to know about Gulfport. All about the issues that you think are happening in Gulfport. All about the kinds of things you think it impacts, and then what kinds of changes you want to see. And your organization that's working with us, Ms. Ruth, with ECHO, will be the organization that we'll work with to try to implement some of those things. And she will need you as well. So all of you in the community who are interested in working with ECHO, I think there are going to be some sign-up sheets today, correct? So if you're interested in working on some of the things that we talked about today, Ms. Ruth would like for you to sign up. So let's get started. So we have about 5 minutes to get through issues because we're off schedule, if you've noticed our agenda. And I'm one of those people that likes to be on schedule. That's why I sit in the back and hold up those time sheets. All right, so what we're going to do is list the environmental justice issues in this community. Okay, so the issue could be new. It could be something that you've noticed since you were a child. Whatever that issue is, you write it down. And then I want you to be thinking about how many people and who does that issue affect. As well as I want you to put 5 issues on your paper. Okay? So this 5. And at the end of it, we're going to take them. We're going to come here and pick them up from you. They're going to go on this wall. So you start with your yellow paper. Sorry. I'm sorry. Start with your blue paper. Okay? There's 5 issues that you think are impacted Gulfport. What you thinking, Casson? Give us all the true, good information. So environment for us is everything. So I'm going to give you a good example. Yesterday, we had a wonderful tour of Gulfport. So I know where Hansborough is. I know where Quartz is now. I know where Magnolia Grove is. Because we had a great tour of your area. And as we were doing the tour, I was a student, and I was asking Yolanda all these different questions. Like, I noticed that there wasn't a grocery store. So you may not think of a grocery store as an environment, but that's in your environment, right? And then I noticed that there were some things going on with the levee. How the levee was not as tall as I thought it should be. So anything that you think is impacting you in your area that you live in, put it on your paper. Five minutes.
There's a question in the back. I just want to let you know we are from Biloxi, so we can't go for it, but we are from Biloxi. This state right here.
Okay.
We have a lot going on in East Biloxi.
Okay.
The road is Biloxi.
Ms. Biloxi, give me all your good information.
Yes, ma'am.
Other TSU. He's from Tennessee State, not Texas Southern University. He is going to give us a presentation that will hopefully help you to understand kind of how we use the research to really move into action. Okay, so he's going to give you an example of some research that he's done at Tennessee State. And this research includes students there at the university and I think in the community with him. And I thought we had some students in the back, so I'm hoping that they'll kind of get inspired by the research and want to attend one of our HBCUs. So join me in welcoming Dr. David Paget.
Hey, good morning. David Paget, and I did not go to an HBCU, but my parents met at Morgan State University and Coppin State University, so I guess you could say I'm a product of HBCUs. So if it wasn't for HBCUs, I definitely would not be here, because my father actually is from Kentucky, and he could not attend any college university in Kentucky, even though I know Kentucky State was there, and so the family shipped him up to Baltimore, where he met my mother, attending Morgan State University. And so not only am I a product, a direct product of HBCUs, I guess you could say I'm a product of segregation also. Because if my father could go to college in Kentucky, I would not be here, and not in this form. Anyway. So, good morning. Other than, I know you probably have some questions, other than when are we going to get to that lunch back there? That might be question number one. But question number two might be, well, does this really work? Can this work? Well, yes. And I'm going to show you an example of how HBCUs and communities can partner in, I guess what's called community-based participatory research. I'm sure you've probably heard the term CEPR, another one of those acronyms like HBCU. My father doesn't like to call our college HBCU. He said, we were just black colleges when I was there. I don't know what this HBCU thing is. But HBCU, CBO, EPA, you're going to hear a lot of acronyms. But of course, the community-based participatory research, everybody participates, everybody. And so this, what I'm about to present to you is an example of cooperation among several entities in Nashville, Tennessee, including, of course, one of the HBCUs in Nashville, which is Tennessee State University. And also, we work with young people. So I heard early on how not that anybody in here is not young, at least not young. We're all young at heart, right? We have some actual young people. And so we work with some young people at our Pearlstone High School, which is right down the street from Tennessee State University. Because it's very important that we make this a holistic experience, and we can actually gain something, especially our young people can gain something from this experience, especially in, here comes another acronym, STEM. Anybody heard of that? I'm sure you've heard of STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. And now there's STEAM, science, technology, engineering, and art, and math. And so, for example, there's a song, it's not really an old song, it's kind of a new song. I teach weather and climate, by the way. And when I start talking about West Coast climates, how many of y'all remember a group called Tony? Oh, yeah. It was one of their songs that has something to do with the weather. It never rains in Southern California, right? Now, most of my students have never heard of that song. Or Tony. Or any male vocal groups at all. They don't have any now, right? And so, yeah, so that song, It Never Rains in Southern California, it's a song, but it's true. It never rains in Southern California, but Southern California is basically the desert. So we can sometimes use art to teach students interested in science. Because science can be kind of intimidating, it's hard, it's a lot of math. But maybe through a song we can get a student, or a young person interested in science. It's not that intimidating or that hard. And who knows? Because one of the organizations I belong to is the American Meteorological Society, AMS, and Dr. Wright's been there. And when Dr. Wright came to speak at AMS 2 years ago, the room did not look like this. Imagine a chocolate chip cookie with 2 chocolate chips. One chocolate chip with me, the other was Dr. Wright. And it shouldn't be that way in the American Meteorological Society, because all of us are impacted by weather, correct? All of us are impacted by climate change, and so we need more chips in that, in that cookie that is the AMS. We need more meteorologists who come from places like Gulfport, Mississippi, and Surrey City, and all these communities. And so we might be able to inspire a young person through this experience to become a meteorologist or a climatologist. Because when we're not in the room, we, meaning folks that look like us and think like us, a lot of things that happen to us get overlooked all the time. And so we need to have, hopefully we'll see some of the young people in this room at an AMS meeting maybe in 2025, or maybe after that. Soon. We need them soon. So we have young people, the American Red Cross, State Farm Insurance Company, and some other partners in this collaboration called Mapping Nashville's Red Cross Emergency Shelters with Geospatial Technology, a Pearl Cone High School, and Tennessee State University Community Engagement Partnership. Long title, but good story, hopefully. Mapping. Part of my background is in geographic information systems. How many of you all have maps in your phone? Maps in your phone? Yeah, so about 25 years ago, I worked at a place called Oak Ridge National Lab. I helped to develop that software years ago, not just me, a whole lot of people at Oak Ridge Lab. And we didn't believe it would work. You mean you're going to have a map in a phone that's floating around? We still had those rotary phones that some of y'all still probably have those. And yet here the technology is here. So that's the kind of mapping technology that I have the background in, along with weather and climate. And so the way all these partners came together was, it was soon after Hurricane Katrina, the Red Cross was coming around and doing those inner city emergency response training. Did you all go to those? Red Cross come here and do those emergency response training, emergency preparedness training. You probably attended those. So they came to Nashville. And during the training, I asked, well, where are the Red Cross shelters in Nashville? And the Red Cross representative said, well, they're all over town. I said, well, where are they in Nashville specifically? He said, well, we have lots of them, they're all over town. I said, do you have a map of the Red Cross shelters in Nashville? He said, no, we do not. I said, wait. I said, you're the Red Cross. He said, yeah. I said, you don't have a map of where your shelters are? Why is that? He said, I don't know. So at the time, I was working with some students at Pearl Cone High School, and I've written a grant to the State Farm Service Learning Good Neighbor grant program that provided $15,000 to Pearl Cone High School. And I used those funds to build the geographic information system mapping lab at that high school, so that my students could train the Pearl Cone students in how to make maps, provide better opportunities for them. And I said, well, the 9th graders at Pearl Cone High School are going to make your maps for you, Mr. Red Cross representative. And that's what this story is all about. It has even greater impact than we ever expected. So we started out with, so here's the issue. So the issue that we were looking at, of course, in general, was severe weather impacts upon urban communities. And I know everybody thinks of Katrina, thinks of New Orleans. You all probably got hit harder than New Orleans did, correct? And I know that because I'm a specialist in meteorology. And so a hurricane rotates counterclockwise, right? So who was on the east side of that Hurricane Katrina? You all were. So you all got the highest wind, highest storm surge, and New Orleans certainly, but everybody, not a lot of people saw that outside of New Orleans. When I took the tour yesterday and people were telling me that people had 4 feet of water here, 5 feet of water, I didn't know that. Good Lord. But course, all the media hit was in New Orleans, probably deservedly so, considering what happened. So we started to look at something called, one of the issues is vulnerability. You know, how vulnerable are people to these types of storms? And vulnerability can be defined in lots of different ways. And we started to ask ourselves about this issue. In Nashville, do we have a vulnerable community in Nashville? And we looked at this, remember Dr. Bullitt mentioned something about zip code areas? And so we have the 37208 zip code area in Nashville, Tennessee, that is 92% African American. A significant percentage of the population does not have those vehicles available. You know what happens if people ask you to evacuate and you have no access to a vehicle. When you have no vehicle, you wind up, in the case of New Orleans, in the convention center and in the Superdome. And I know people with the biggest Saint fans in the world who will not go back in that Superdome because of what they saw in 2005. But that was the evacuation plan. It worked great if you have a car. If not, what are we going to do? We just can't leave people behind, right? 60% of residents at the top at or below above the poverty level. So this is a vulnerable community based upon this information in Nashville. That's the issue. So what do we want to do about this vulnerable community? We have a vulnerable community. Anyway, so the next step was to see if this vulnerable community was vulnerable in terms of its shelter capacity. How many people can be sheltered in this community? It's very vulnerable if something happens in Nashville. And so the way that we went about doing that was to impact our community, in this case positive impact, was for my students to train the Pearl Cone High School students. Pearl Cone High School, or actually Pearl Cone is 93% African American, 100% free and reduced lunch. I'm sure you all have schools like that here. At Pearl Cone, an African American male ninth grader at the time had a 1 in 3 chance to graduate. Let me say it again. African American male ninth grader at Pearl Cone had a 1 in 3 chance to graduate from that high school. So that's the kind of high school that we work in. And so we do something called peer mentoring, where my students are young, my students are hip. I'm not young and hip. So when I go to Pearl Cone High School and I start talking, those ninth graders start looking at me like I'm their parent and grandparent. You all probably have grandchildren, the children, you know how they are. When you start saying something, goes in one ear and out the other, right? But when my 18, 19, 20-year-old students talk to these high school students about science, they listen. Oh, look at him, he's cool. He knows about the Negroes too, all my others. He knows all these other people. I know he dresses the same way I do. Or she's a biology major. I don't know any biology majors. I didn't know I could be a biology major as a young lady in 9th grade. You know, maybe I could be cute and be a science major. Do both, not just be cute, right? And so our students are really good near-peer mentors for these high school students. So our students use this Spike Lee's Teaching the Levees curriculum, which if you happen to be an educator, it's free. That's the favorite price for educators. Anything that's free, we're on it, right? So Columbia University developed this curriculum that can teach people about storms, people who don't live in the Gulf Coast region, who don't understand tropical storms. And that's why people in New York, when they got hit by a superstorm Sandy, were just so much in shock. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Because they're not, New Yorkers aren't used to those types of storms. They need to get used to it because of climate change. But we need to have videos. And then we also train the students in geospatial technology. And so here are my students at Pearl Cone working with the high school students. And so this is one way that we can get young people involved, hands-on. They're not afraid of technology. They love technology. They eat, sleep, and drink technology. And so I usually go through the student's name, but I know all these students, this guy's working his PhD now in sociology, as a matter of fact, at Vanderbilt. This young lady earned a master's degree in urban planning from the University of Texas at Austin. This young man is either a teacher or a police officer. This young lady is an engineer in Cincinnati, and this young lady, Aisha, is working on her PhD at the University of Illinois. Still, it's one great thing about HBCUs, it's like family. I know it's like I don't have any biological children, but I know where all these people are right now. And so the students successfully produced the maps. You see the maps in a moment. And the Red Cross, to their credit, really took it seriously. Sometimes you do things for people, and that's probably never happened to you, right? You work, and then somebody else takes the credit for what you did. This doesn't happen to y'all, right? Just never, right? But the Red Cross didn't do that. The Red Cross gave these young people all the credit for creating the first map of their shelters. They didn't have shelters. So here is the first map the Red Cross had. Ninth graders and my students worked to make those maps. They didn't have maps for that. And so remember that 37208 zip code area? Here it is. So these yellow dots, look at the labels. The labels are Red Cross shelters. What do you not see in the 37208 zip code area? No shelters. The Red Cross had no idea that they were not serving one of the most underserved and vulnerable communities in Nashville. Until those maps were made, they had no idea. And I know a lot of us have issues with the Red Cross, but in this case, the Red Cross is an honest mistake. The Red Cross assumed, you know what happens when we assume, the Red Cross assumed that the community was going to come to them and say, hey, we would like to be a Red Cross shelter. The people in the community assumed that the Red Cross was going to come out to the community and say, hey, would you like to be a Red Cross shelter? And so as a result, we did no shelter. And so to the Red Cross's credit, they immediately partnered with the National Baptist Convention USA, which happens to be headquartered in Nashville. It's the largest African American religious organization in the United States. They have like 10 million members. They're the perfect partner because 85% of Red Cross shelters, at least in Nashville, are faith-based organizations. So partnering with faith-based organizations immediately started to increase the numbers of Red Cross shelters in Nashville. So those students actually did something that could eventually save lives. And so this is a change that came about as a direct result of student action. So a lot of young people, especially, you drag your children, grandchildren to these meetings. And we had a young person here yesterday, she was maybe 5 years old, and she said, I'm bored. I don't like this meeting. It's 2 thumbs down. Sometimes, when we were younger, our parents would drag us and stuff, we didn't think we'd get involved. But this way, young people get directly involved, and they can learn something. We can all learn. Right after we created the Red Cross shelter maps, we had a 1,000-year flood in Nashville. Nothing on the magnitude of Hurricane Katrina, but still pretty traumatic. 17 inches of rain in 2 days, $2 billion in damage, 10,000 people displaced, most importantly, over 2 dozen people lost their lives in the flood. And the 37208 zip code area was significantly impacted. But this flood and the work of the young people not only inspired the Red Cross, but it inspired those of us who happen to be so-called grown-up researchers. And so there are programs in place now where young people can directly provide data for people that have all these degrees. And so we have programs where we can work with your community. One of them is the GLOW program. I'm going to talk about that later, where young people can make a direct contribution to the science that can keep us all safe. And so I have to give acknowledgement to my partner here, Dr. Nia Fotterham. So based upon what those students did, Dr. Fotterham and I wanted to look at, well, what's the level of vulnerability, not just at 37208, but throughout the community. So we applied geographic information systems in a much larger extent to create some more maps And so if you notice, here's the final map we created. Now, we thought, here's the 37208 zip code area. We thought that that would be the most vulnerable community in Nashville based upon the science, but we actually found it was not. And so the change that occurred in Nashville was we discovered something, again, by creating maps that the city was not aware of. So there were 6 shelters in the least vulnerable communities, the communities that had money, had cars. They had also 6 shelters. Those shelters could hold almost 20% of the people who really didn't need help, right? Had cars, had nice homes, had whatever they needed to be not vulnerable. But the least of these had 2 shelters, and the evacuation capacity was less than 1%. So we only had shelter capacity, the Red Cross did, for the people that need the most help in Nashville of less than 1%. Is that right? Is that right? That's what? That's wrong, completely wrong. And the city, again, just like the Red Cross, had no idea that that was the situation. And so the change that was made is we presented these facts to the city, to the Tennessee Emergency Management Agency, to the first responders, to the Red Cross, because this absolutely had to change, right? And so once again, what was inspired by some very young people in 9th graders creating maps actually affected all of us who happen to be adults. Right there. And so thank you for your time and attention. Thank you very much.
At this time, I'm going to digress from our program just for 1 minute. We now have the Honorable Billy Hughes, the Mayor of Gulfport, here to just give us some remarks.
Thank you, Yolanda. Well, good afternoon. I think I'm standing between y'all and lunch probably, so I just wanted to, as crazy as things are, I said if I don't show up, Ms. Rustoy is going to eat my lunch for quite some time. But I'm just delighted to be honored to be with you today. I want to thank you for doing this, not just in Gulfport, but for Gulfport. I get approached by developers all the time about our community, and some of them want something for nothing. Some of them want to do good or do right. And the last one I talked to, he came in and he wanted to invest and create some jobs in a business and whatnot. He said, "What you gonna do for me?" I said, "Well, I'm gonna do for you what I try to do for everybody in this community, and that is create a place where people want to live, work, and play." And that sounds like a kind of a slogan, and it is, but it's the truth. And we have to achieve some balance. We have to have concern for development and jobs. We have to have concern for the environment. The overriding concern is our children. We have too many of them who, once they get out of school, where do they go? Not here. We got to get them back. We got to keep them here, but there has to be a reason for them to want to come back and enjoy this community. Our informal slogan in Gulfport is, we're open for business and geared for a good time. But part of that good time is being able to enjoy what God has given us with our resources, and that's why we're putting money into our parks. Got that dog park, we're doing walking trails and things, and some people think that that's a small thing and not important. Matter of fact, Mayor Schwogel told me a story. He said they put a lot of money into beautification. People say, "Well, that doesn't mean anything, that doesn't help folks." He said, "Well, it changes the way we think about ourselves, and more importantly, about how folks who come to visit and come back again, that we present ourselves in a better fashion, that we try to take care of those details." When I was first elected, one of our chiefs, who was in Public Works, he said, "Why are you putting so much money into making this city beautiful?" I said, "Well," I said, "I've got needs in your department, but here's the thing. What you do, kind of like law enforcement and fire, their jobs are taken for granted. Well, Public Works is too. If they're doing a job that's going to be taken for granted because people want to focus on the positive most of the time. We've got issues. We always will. We've got to be working towards them. and we have great professionals in fire and police and public works. I said, but when people come to town, public works, they expect that commode to flush, that sink to come on, but they don't think about it, right? They're not coming here to check out your water main. They're put here to enjoy our food, our people, our attractions, our environment. And so that's one of the things we're focusing on. So to the developer, I said, what we're doing, we're investing in the community that clearly you want to be in, or you wouldn't be here. So come on, work with us, create those jobs, bring your family down, enjoy us, and stay for a while. And so that's what we're all about trying to do. And like I said, I haven't found the perfect solution to any of our issues, but I tend to look at that glass as half full. As long as we still pulling in the same direction, pulling together, I'm not in trouble with the roof story. I stay in trouble with Richard Marsh, so I'm not worried about that. But I just want to thank y'all for your work. These are very critical discussions, and I can't do it without you. We can't do it without our churches and the impact that they have, so we're going to keep on working on your behalf. But God bless you. Thank you for allowing me to come and welcome you, and thank you again for your work you're doing.
Hi everybody, we're going to do question number 2 now on your posters, which is related to Dr. Padgett's presentation about the Red Cross and mapping and the shelters and as an example of research to action. So question number 2 is, how well do you understand research to action? So if you feel like you get it 100%, that example made a lot of sense to you, you can choose a 5. If you still are not clear on what that means and what it might look like in practice, you might choose a 1. So let's just take like 2 or 3 minutes to answer that question, please.
So let's hurry up. Okay. We had some good food in Gulfport, and I'm ready for my lunch. Okay, so the next activity is for us. So we talked about issues, right? Everybody did that blue sticky note. So now we're going to go over impacts. So did you kind of get an idea of what we were talking about? So Dr. Padgett presented issues. What was the issue? No Red Cross shelters. What was the impact of the work? So if you don't have a Red Cross shelter, you don't have nowhere to go. Excellent. What was the change? The maps were able to show where we needed to put the Red Cross shelters. Y'all are super students. Okay, so now I need you to tell me about the impacts of the issues that you gave us before here in Gulfport. Get your pink sticky note out. Okay? And then give me 5 impacts on your pink Post-it note. And remember, your thoughts on impacts are going to be between you getting in line for lunch.
She already went to go get it. I don't want her to.
Oh, and look, I have a question up for you to kind of get your memory going. So, how do the issues or concerns you raise impact you, your family, your neighbors, and your community? All right, and we'll do the same thing. We'll come around and pick up your pink Post-it notes. Have about 5 minutes.
Pastor Smith to come up and do a lesson for lunch. I just want to give you guys some instructions on lunch so that we can get through very orderly. We're going to have this very first row of tables go to lunch first through the back, and it starts actually here so we can actually go this way. And then I'll call for the second table and then the last table. So I think that would help us go a little bit faster. So if I can get everyone's attention, please, as we get Pastor Smith on stage.
Let's look to the Lord. Father, in Jesus' name, we thank you for the information you've received so far. We thank you for the impact that will be made. We ask you to bless this school, let it be for the nourishment of our bodies. Bless the hands that have prepared it. And we thank you for this time of fellowship that we're about to have. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Okay, we got this first row table.
State, home of the Bulldog. And I came out with a chemical engineering degree. When I got that degree, one of my first thoughts, as probably many young people, was, I'm leaving Mississippi. But God didn't work it out that way. I actually started working for a state agency and became a public servant. I started out writing permits, Title V permits to be specific, dealing with the air, regulating the air. After I did that for probably about 7 or 8 years, I started doing compliance and enforcement, which put me on the other side of the fence, where I was not just writing the permits, but I was making sure that the industries who had gotten permits were in compliance with those permits. It was years later, back in 2010, we were under the direction of Executive Director Trudy Fisher, and she created the Office of Community Engagement. Now that office did not just pop up out the blue. There had been work done in environmental justice since 1994, 1995 at EEECHO, just not an office created. Actually, the pioneer of a lot of environmental justice work that was done at the agency is here today, Ms. Gloria Tatum. You all may know her. And so, through the Office of Community Engagement, some changes began to take place at the agency. There was a need. Remember now, 2010 was when this office was created. 2010 was also the year of the BP oil spill. And so we had people with different nationalities, different languages. Everybody wanted to know what's going on with that oil. How is it going to impact me? How is it impacting the seafood? How is it impacting tourism? Just tell me everything you can about it. The problem was, we didn't know enough to tell. We were learning ourselves. The state of Mississippi was in a learning mode. Now, you may not have a lot of people who will admit that today, but in 2010, we were playing it by ear. We hadn't dealt with an oil spill before, so we were playing it by ear. And Trudy, the executive director at that time, decided that, okay, I can't manage the technical side of this oil spill and also manage the people side of this oil spill. We need to put an office in place. And so she created the Office of Community Engagement. And the reason it was created was to provide timely and accurate information in formats that everyday people could understand. It was created for everyday people to have access to environmental education opportunities. It was created so that the participation at the agency could be authentic. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that because there's a lot of public participation at government agencies, but not all of that participation is authentic. Sometimes you're spinning your wheels and not getting any results. But we wanted authentic participation. Not saying we got it all right, so let me put that disclaimer in there. DEQ still needs some things that we need to work out. And lastly, it was created so that we can create or come together and have effective relationships and partnerships with external stakeholders. So those are the reasons the agency created the Office of Community Engagement. And so our purpose is to seek and achieve significant, meaningful public participation. We want to partner with communities, local government, industry, and build a joint capacity between state, communities, industries, and EPA to address the concerns that are raised by our industry, by our communities. Now, what I wanted to do with this presentation was be as real as I could. And so, in being real, somebody might not like what I have to say, but I'm going to say That's what okay, thank you, so great, I will see it. So, how you pronounce the name of your community? Soria City, thank you, they told me to say it. Okay, so anybody been to church, y'all know when they say it, you keep talking. Yeah. All right, so, one of the things that communities need to know, you know, Ms. Edgar told me to talk about effective participation in public community engagement with the agency. One of the things you need to know about effective participation in our processes, first of all, you have to have a good understanding of the issue. A good understanding of the issue. Now, true enough, the Office of Community Engagement exists to help you with that purpose, but the Office of Community Engagement is an arm of the state agency. So everything I want to tell you, I may not be able to tell you if you call me at work. But if you get my cell phone number, we might be able to talk. Right? Okay, so understand the issue, right? So it's important when there's let's say there's a permit, a site that's being considered for receiving a permit. The application has come in, you've been notified that the draft is out there, and you have an opportunity to go look at the application, the draft permit, and any relative information that that permit writer may have put together to help you understand what this industry or what this particular facility is trying to do. What you have to do when you read all that information, and let me stop there and say this, there's very few people at the agency who can hold your hand. You got to do your homework, right? So when you do a FOIA request, you get all this information. You got the application, you got the regulations, you got copies of the draft permit. That's all fine and good, but if you don't read it, it's not going to do you any good. You have to do your homework. And one of the things you need to know is, what is the agency required to do by law? See, because we operate under the law. So your best friend, when you dealing with DEQ, is the law that DEQ have to operate by. So we are required by federal and state statutes to operate in a certain way. So you have to understand, when it comes to that particular issue that you're talking about, what is the requirement that DEQ has to follow based on the law? Understanding the issue. Next thing, under prepared. Problems. How do I define the problem, and how do others define the problem? Let's take, for instance, there's a problem with odors and dust. You might say, we got a problem with odors and dust. DEQ says, you got a problem with particulate matter and fugitive emissions. Now, who in the world, besides somebody who works at DEQ, gonna use that language to talk about odors and dust? Right? So you got to prepare yourself to use the language that the agency uses. We're talking about effective. We're talking about being effective. And in order to be effective, you got to speak the same language. All right, so how do I define the problem? And then how does the agency define the same problem? After, we still underprepared. And I don't have a lot of time, so I'm gonna get through this. After, who else has a significant role in this process? Now, that may not be a real, that question may seem, oh my goodness, that question may seem off. But DEQ is a state agency. We got an executive director, but guess who our real boss is? Governor Phil Brown. So this question becomes a political question. Who else has a significant role in this process? Is this a site that's being
proclaimed to be an economic development project that's gonna bring in thousands of jobs, okay? Now you're gonna have a fight on your hands. Because if that's what the project is being proclaimed to be, all the media got it out there as an economic development project that's good for the state, now the actors have changed. You're not just dealing with DEQ. You're not just dealing with the facility owners, but now you got the government involved. And by government, I mean political figures, right? So you need to know the actors. And actors also include the people who make donations to our political system. Don't y'all run nowhere and say I talk about nobody. I'm just saying, they play a big role in what our political figures support. So, and I'm gonna just use for an example. If you got a poetry association that's manned by some of our largest poetry producers, and they making campaign donations to the right people, it's gonna be hard to stop what they wanna push through. I told you I was just gonna tell you how I can't lay it out no other place. You got to know what you're dealing with. And I got to move on. I really want to go through some. Understand the process. What do you want to accomplish? What's your goal? Well, I want to shut it down. You have heard that. Look, I don't need no home. But don't come to DEQ come like you want to shut down a facility. We are not in the business of shutting facilities down. The only way they're going to get shut down, they have to have done something so bad that it really is detrimental to the people's mind. If it's just because you don't like the way they smell, and every now and then they smell, they shut it down for that. I mean, but they don't have to know. They don't have to know. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. But you know, no understanding the process. When was the application received? How many days have the agency been looking at this application? When did they notify you about the application? How long do you have to get your comments in? When did you put the FOIA request in? And how long did it take you to get the documents that you asked for? Know the process. And you the only way you're gonna find out the process, you know the law. You got to put in the regulation. You got to see what we're supposed to be doing. Understand the agency limitations. We can, a environmental agency, whether it's Mississippi or Louisiana or Alabama, whatever state you're in, we cannot create it. And as far as the state of Mississippi, people confuse what the Department of Environmental Quality does with what the Department of Health does. One thing you really should know, if you have concerns about drinking water, there's no point in calling DEQ, Department of Environmental Quality. We don't regulate drinking water. The Department of Health does. Now, if you got a problem with the wastewater treatment system in your city, and your water's not coming through the pipes the way it should be because the water's not being treated right, now you call DEQ. So again, this goes back to knowing who you're dealing with and knowing the issue that you have a question about. To understand the issue, you got to do your homework. And I said this already. Get the facts. Request a couple of documents. Do your online research. Find out some irregularities in the agency you might have. Find out how you can get information about the project. And one thing you have to know, sometimes you got to talk to different people. Everything you need to know is not going to come from that permit writer. But they have put a lot of time and hours into drafting that permit. So sometimes you're going to have to talk to somebody on the outside who can give you a little bit more inside information. And then lastly, talking about our.
Well, you have to take your dad's spot, that's all.
A lot of the good things that have occurred in the 80s, even before my time, was because we formed partnership with different organizations. Because, and you know, you all have heard the saying, no man is out. That's especially true when you're trying to get something done in the community. DEQ cannot come into your community and make every black person. But you team DEQ up with a few more people. And then those few people go get some more people. And finally, we can start working on individual projects that are under our authority and make a change for the good. So it's important to build that capacity. And so I am out of time. I'll be
Join me in thanking Ms. Collins. She did a great job, right? Yeah. Okay. We have one last sticky note. I know y'all are sick of sticky notes. One last one. This one is the yellow one. And this is the one where you're going to tell me the change you'd like to see. So think about the issues. So I've been over there studying y'all's thoughts on the issues and the impacts. So think about them. I'm gonna just name some as I put them together. So, flooding, let me see, education was on there. I saw things like noise pollution, air quality, water issues. So you have some really good issues. So I want you to think about the kind of changes you want to see. And you only have 5 minutes. Because up next is Miss Monique Harden. And it is time to start voting after this. Okay? Okay? So I want the change you want to see. So let's use flooding as an example. That was one we saw a lot as an issue. So if flooding is an issue in your community, what would you like to see done different? What would you like to do to change that? 5 minutes. You gonna move to New Orleans?
Who said that? Who said that?
He said we should solve the flooding problem and all move to New Orleans. Don't join us in Houston because we have just as much flooding. What you'll be doing is voting on the priority issues that are concerning to you, the impacts and changes you want to see. And as you can see on the board right now, we just have issues listed and impacts. What you see listed came from what you all wrote on your Post-it notes. That was compiled by our magicians in the back, Deborah Merrick, Della Wright, Mary Williams, and Dr. Renee King. And you're now seeing what you and other folks and Gulfport communities have identified as their issues and impacts. And in a few minutes, we'll also see the changes you all have identified on those Post-it notes, okay? So, how does the voting work? If your ECHO has instructed from the beginning of this meeting that if you live in a community, if you're from the community, you have ties to the community, you contribute to the community, go to church in the community, you can vote. If you don't live in the community or have real ties to the community, you can observe. You might want to make a comment or two, but you can't vote. Okay? We really want this to be what? Community-led, community-driven, right? And so that's for all the communities here in Gulfport to do. You can vote. What I'm going to be doing is going through the list of issues and through the list of impacts, and when they're ready, through the list of changes. On the items that are listed, those little circle dots next to them, we call those bullet points.
You can vote for more than one issue. You can vote for one or more impact. You can vote for one or more change. All right? What we will do is we'll calculate the total number of hands raised, votes. Those numbers will be added. I don't know who's adding the numbers. Now, then Dr. Renee will be doing that. Yeah, I said that, right? They're working on that right now. And those will be coming up. So once we get the vote for each of the items, sorry. If you're in the back, we know you probably can't see all of the text. I'm going to read that to you. We're not there yet. I just want to let you know how the voting is going to go. Just bear with us. So you can vote how many times? Huh? One? You're not listening? You can vote as many times as you want. Right? Once we get all of the votes in, we will then see those items that are listed, which will be read to you, got the top votes. And we'll try to see if there's a top three. All right? For each of the categories of impact of issues, impacts, and then later change when we get that list together. They're working on it right now. Are there any questions before we start? Yes, ma'am. Can Biloxi vote? Echo? Then a yes? That's a yes? Okay, so this is just for Gulfport communities. Other questions? Yes, ma'am. So there's pollution in general water, air, and soil being one. There's also trash and illegal dumping. But those two areas could be potential places where specific activities on an issue can be dealt with. Okay? All right, so y'all ready to vote? All right, so let's first hear all of the items under issues that you guys have identified. Drainage and flooding, unemployment and underemployment, better housing in neighborhoods, the lack of grocery stores, pollution in the air, water, and soil, crime, lack of quality, schools and schools being nearby, transportation, road work and construction, trash and illegal dumping, insects, expensive insurance rates, lack of youth programs, lack of disaster shelters, lack of financial literacy, and noise pollution. All right? So those are all of the issues that you all had identified on the Post-it note. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through what I just listed one by one and ask for a show of hands. And when you raise your hand, you're saying, that's my priority issue. And I have one or more than one, but I want to vote for that. That makes sense? All right, so first up is show of hands for drainage and flooding as a priority issue for you. All right, all hands up. We're going to go around and make counts. Dr. Bob, you're going to make the counts? Yeah, yes. She's counting. What's your total? 54? 54. Okay, so that's how many votes we have in this room for drainage flooding. I think what I'm going to do is take the time to count that way you know you've been hit. Okay, next, unemployment and underemployment. Show of hands for those folks who think that's an issue of concern, priority issue for research action agenda. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, we've got 10 hands for that. Next, better housing and neighborhood. Who's noting the numbers? You are? Can we get someone to do it on this screen so it shows? Or, okay. So next is better housing, better neighborhood. I'm sorry, that's where you have a question?
You need a count again on the last one you just said, we saw more than 10.
Okay, we're gonna do a recount or revote on unemployment and underemployment. Please raise your hand if you think that's a your priority issue. We're counting hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, all right, goes 20. The number is 20. I'm sorry.
We're dividing up the county, so you do that.
No, when you say divide, it's hard to know where your tables are. That's what makes it confusing.
That's fine.
Okay. Next is better housing, better neighborhoods. Show of hands. Hands up if that's what your priority issue is. Starting on this side of the room. 1, ma'am, is your hand up now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 votes. Next, lack of grocery stores. I'm going to start on this side of the room. Show of hands, lack of grocery stores is your issue. I'm starting on this side of the room. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 votes. I counted over there, started over there. I'm sorry? It's 26. All right, pollution in the air, water, and soil. Starting on this side of the room, if that's what your issue is, I'm starting to count on this side of the room. Raise your hands if that's your issue. If not, it's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26. Okay, crime. I'm going to start on this side of the room over here. Consortium City is going to lead off the vote count on crime. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Lack of quality in nearby schools, starting on this side of the room. That's your issue of concern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Next on the list is transportation. Starting with Consortium City on this side of the road. Transportation. All right, start to count down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 for transportation. Road work and construction is an issue. Starting on this side of the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46. All right. Trash and illegal dumping, starting on this side of the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Okay, so make that 38. Thank you, Dr. Ray. Next, insects out of Astoria City. Insects is an issue. Going once, going twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 votes for insects. 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's go all over with insects. When I say, you gotta get the vote, get the hands up on time. So let's start one more time. Insects out of Astoria City side of the room. Hands up, that's your issue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14. All right. Expensive insurance rates. All right, how about this? How many people don't get to this? That might be an easier count. All right, so expensive insurance rate. Let's get that count straight. Ready? Hands up, I can count you. No, I'm just kidding. How many people think it is? You want to get the exact count of people in the room. All right, so 1, just keep them up, keep me passed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. All right. Y'all just want to see how far I can count. Lack of youth programs. We're starting on this side of the room, so you sit taking. Lack of youth programs. Y'all ready? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 50 votes. Lack of disaster shelters. Lack of disaster shelters. Starting on this side of the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, 15 for that one. Next is lack of disaster shelters. You get that count? 15. You need want me to take a break? Okay. Next is lack of financial literacy. Lack of financial literacy. Do you know enough about money, how to make it, how to save it, how to use it, where it comes from, where it goes to? All right. Lack of financial literacy. Well, I can bring right here too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, yes ma'am, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27 votes for that. And then last on the list of issues is noise pollution. I'm going to start on this side with Sawyer City taking the lead. Noise pollution, anybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right, so we just finished voting on all of you all's issues. Let's see which one got the top vote count. Huh? It's in order, okay. So what our lovely Della Wright has been doing is not only putting the numbers in, she's also been putting them in numerical order by vote results. So the top vote getter is the expensive insurance rates in the Gulfport communities, 66 votes. Second is drainage and flooding. Those two are kind of connected, aren't they? And that has 54 votes. Third is the lack of youth programs, things for young people to do and develop around. That has 50 votes. I'll go on and just give the full list, and then we're just going to take a look at those top three for a minute, okay? So 46 votes went to road work construction, 38 votes went to trash and illegal dumping, 36 to crime, 27 votes for the lack of financial literacy, 26 lack of grocery stores. That was also tied with pollution in the air, water, and soil. Unemployment and underemployment got 20, transportation 18, noise pollution 17, lack of disaster shelters 15, insects 14, better housing and better neighborhoods 12, and lack of quality schools that are nearby 9. So your three top vote getters are the expensive insurance rates, drainage, flooding, and lack of youth programs. So what that means then for that research to action agenda, that these would be the three issues that would form what the research will be gone into. Y'all with me? And so think of yourselves working and learning more about how insurance rate programs are established for your community. What can be done about that? What are the factors into that? And working with folks like Dr. Joan Wesley and others and figuring and sorting through that. What are the impacts of that in the community? How much are y'all paying? Is that normal? Do other homeowners pay? So how does that compare with national averages or other parts of Mississippi? So there's a lot of research and analysis that can be done on that question. And then the main question is it fair? Right? And then how does that compare with people's income? So both of those are like different data sets that can be analyzed. What?
If you look at expensive insurance, drainage, flooding, and lack of youth programs, if you look at the fourth item, road work/construction, coming in at 46, a major cause of flooding in terms of neighborhoods oftentimes is development, road construction, and you got 46 votes here. If you look at the large number of votes that were given to road work and construction as a major issue, which may have contributed to a lot of the flooding problems and the drainage problem. It's not uncommon, or it could be something that we would not consider if that fourth bullet could be folded into the drainage and flooding. It's up to the group, but since it got such a large number and the two things are related, that might be something to consider. Yes, and especially from the tour that we got and the proposals that are being made that will most likely increase the flooding in terms of some of the proposals. So that's something to consider.
All right. Moving on, thank you, Dr. Bob. But can you just see, just from how your own answer, you can tell the story? We haven't even done the research, but you can kind of see how things are moving together here. So now we're going to go through a vote on impacts, and after impacts, we're going to vote on changes. So here are the items under impacts. An impact is access to healthy foods, including safe seafood. Next, physical and mental health issues, climate change, quality of life, health and well-being, flooding, healthy and safe neighborhoods, poor water and air quality, poverty, lack of community awareness of issues, fewer educational opportunities, and lack of disaster preparedness and shelters. Right, those are the items of impact. So we're going to vote on those, starting with the one at the top, access to healthy foods, including safe seafood. Let's start on this side of the room and we'll go around. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay. Physical and mental health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Next, climate change. Let's start on this side of the room. We're going to go that way. So starting with climate change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 for climate change. Quality of life, health and well-being. Starting on this side of the room. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll start all over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Flooding. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37 for flooding. Next is healthy and safe neighborhoods. Starting on this side, healthy and safe neighborhoods. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Poor water and air quality. Poor water and air quality. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 votes. Poverty, starting on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, okay, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 votes. Lack of community awareness of issues. Lack of community awareness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Fewer educational opportunities. Fewer educational opportunities. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lack of disaster preparedness and shelters. Lack of disaster, 1, 2, 3. 3 votes. Oh, wait a minute, y'all came late. Let's start all over. Hands up, lack of disaster preparedness and shelters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. We got a comment. Yes.
The poverty vote. Come on, people. We're not $100,000 a year people. We don't make $100,000 a year. Most of us don't make $50,000. We're talking poverty means little money. And most of our communities have little money. So that, I don't understand how the poverty got only 10 people. Come on, think about what poverty is. It's our children not having adequate food. It's our children needing food stamps. It's not having access to, you ain't got but one grocery store. Walmart. I ride up and down 49 every day. We out there selling our plastic. That's poverty. When you gotta sell your blood every day to live. That takes a higher.
Okay, so you heard from our dear leader. So we're going to do a re-vote on poverty, understanding that it's serious. All right, so we're going to start. What side of the room you want us to start on, Ruth? Jill care. So hands up for poverty as an issue, as an impact for research. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51. Thank you, this story for that. All right, so, okay, hold on.
Okay. I'm wondering if we got the health care. Because access to health care in this neighborhood, in Nine Road, in Sawyer City, in North Upper, where's the health care? Come on, most of us use the emergency room for our health care, and that ain't gonna take us much longer because Mississippi is suing the state for the money that they have been paid. So health care is an important issue that we ought to understand. Maybe if you don't need the health care, there are thousands of our children out there that need the health care. There's a nurse that can help you out.
I want to say something about healthcare. I work as a labor and delivery nurse primarily, and I don't know if many of you know this, but the health department used to provide prenatal care for women. And everybody needs to know in this room, women of color die at a much higher rate during the pre- and postnatal care of their life than any other group. And we don't have health care, and sometimes now people are waiting 7 or 8 months if they get Medicaid at all, and they're not seeing a doctor. So now we are having more children born prematurely, we are having more children born with issues, we are having women die at a higher rate in this country. And guess which state is #1 in this country? So when we talk about health care, whether it affects you, your children, your grandchildren, that's what we mean when we say health care. I'm just using that because that's the area of expertise. We won't get into diabetes, high blood pressure, and all those other things. So when we say health care, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the fact that African Americans die at a higher rate outside of the hospital if you suffer a heart attack because we don't have people in our communities trained to do CPR. So that's what we're talking about.
Thank you, Ms. Edwards. So what we have for health has an impact are these things. Quality of life as it relates to health and well-being, that got 42 votes. Physical and mental health followed with 41. So health is prioritized at the top. Okay, so here are the vote counts. Thank you, Della, for your work on this. The top votes are, well, poverty is number 1. Quality of life, health, and well-being follows, 42, followed by the next health issue, which is physical and mental health, at 41. Flooding came in at 37. Healthy and safe neighborhoods also tied with flooding at 37 votes. Access to healthy foods and food safety, food came in at 30. Lack of community awareness about issues at 25 votes. Poor water and air quality, 15 votes. Lack of disaster preparedness and shelters, 10 votes. Climate change, 9. Fewer educational opportunities at 5. All right, so these are the priority impacts of the research to action agenda. Again, are poverty, quality of life as it relates to your health and well-being, folks in the Gulfport communities, and physical and mental health issues. So now we're going to move on to the changes, the things you want to see change in your communities. So here's the full list, and then we're going to vote one by one. Better access to mental and physical health care. More educational and training programs. Lower flood insurance. Creating healthy food access. Creating better and more affordable housing, improving infrastructure, improve drainage, ditches, and levees, create jobs, clean up the water, the air, the noise, and soil pollution, better community cooperation, create funding for minority organizations, more trash and recycling pickup, create access to legal services, and amend building regulations. Okay? So those are changes. So starting with the first on the list, better access to mental and physical health care. All right, Dr. Wright, I don't think you're allowed to vote. But we know where your heart is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. All right. 57. All right. Change 56 to 57. Sorry about that. Next, more educational and training programs. We're going to start on this side of the room. Hands up, that's what your priority thing you want to see changed is. 1, 2, 3, put your hand up, ma'am. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 56, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 56. Lower flood insurance. I'm going to start on this side of the room. Lower flood insurance. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57. All right. Create healthy food access. Create healthy food access. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 40 votes. Improving infrastructure. Starting on this side of the room. I'm sorry? Thank you. So we're going to vote on create better and more affordable housing. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. All right. Now, improve infrastructure. Let's start on this side of the room. Improve infrastructure. Huh? The next, a change. They could be, but they're listed separately. Because, well, drainage, ditches, and levees is part of, but it's not 100% of the infrastructure. So like, roads. Right, so, yeah, infrastructure is bigger than the one that comes below it. But you would be losing things that are not included in the second one. Does that make sense? Yeah. All right, so improve infrastructure. Start on this side of the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 35. All right, and then another smaller part of infrastructure, but very important, is improving the drainage, ditches, and levees. All right, we're going to start on this side of the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. 58. Creating jobs. Let's start on this side of the room. Creating jobs. All right. Ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 36. Clean up the water, air, noise, and soil pollution. All right? Cleaning up the pollution. Starting on this side of the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. All right? Yes, sir. That could be activity within creating jobs. There's not absolutely that we can. All right. Better community cooperation. Starting on this side of the room. Change you'd like to see. Better community cooperation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 36 votes. Create funding for minority organizations. Starting on this side of the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. More trash and recycling pickup. Starting on this side of the room, trash and recycling pickup. More of it as a change you'd like to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27. Creating access to legal services. We'll start on this side of the room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And then last is amend building regulations. All right? We're going to start on this side of the room. Amend building regulations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. You need a minute? You gotta ask me 5 minutes? Gotta ask me 5 minutes? All right. So here are the top votes and the other votes that came in. So for change, the top 3 votes are improving drainage, ditches, and levees. That got 58 votes. That was followed with better access to mental and physical health care. That was 57 votes. Lower flood insurance, that's tied. Both actually are two-way tie, 57 votes. And then more educational training programs at 56. Creating better and more affordable housing, 47. Creating funding for minority organizations, 41. Creating healthy food access, 40 votes. Creating jobs, 37. Better community cooperation, 36. Improving infrastructure, 35. More trash and recycling pickup, 27. Creating access to legal services, 24. Cleaning up water, air, noise, soil, pollution, 23 votes. And amending and building regulations, 8 votes. All right? So for the research to action agenda, it's all in the red. For the Gulfport community, that's about to have to stand. Is expensive insurance rates, drainage and flooding, lack of youth programs, road work and construction, poverty, quality of life, focusing on health and well-being, physical and mental health issues, and then improving drainage, ditches, levees, better access to mental health, physical health care, and lower flood insurance. And so some of the big 2 items are like flood and health and flood, right? And so that's what's going to be driving the research to action agenda. I can tell you that where you all are in this process of the consortium is the next steps is putting together a work plan. What are the different things that would need to go into this research to action agenda for implementation? So we're not just going to jump in and just start doing it. We want to plan it and think about this, right? And so that planning process will get started on June 14th. And then there will be a convening of the consortium with all of the community-based organizations, including ECHO in New Orleans with the HBCU, faculty mentors who are participating, and members of our steering committee coming together and looking at all of those work plans, thinking about how we can be contributing to them to get them up and running and on the ground. So on June 22nd through 23rd, Dr. Wright was kind of laying out in that overview of the consortium, we will be getting the second year of the consortium's work. We began in June of last year. And so there was some work that was needed to identify an organization here in Gulfport that could join the consortium. And we're so glad that ECHO jumped up and stood up, God came to the plate and said, we'll be that organization. So we're playing a little catch up, and ECHO has done a marvelous job of bringing all of this work around and bringing all of you together for this research to action agenda and coming up with this priority agenda for work ahead. The next step that will follow is the work plan, as I talked about, the work of putting together that research and skills sharing and workshops and trainings within the community to begin developing that research. And then in the years to come, it will be acting on that research through advocacy and strategic organizing to create the change that we all want to see for our communities in the Gulf region. And so this will be a great opportunity, I think, in terms of just seeing where this can go. Like I mean, imagine the change that we could make if we're all working together to deal with flooding. Imagine the changes we can all make if we're all focusing on health and the other issues, right, that you guys have identified. So this is a great step forward. Thank you all for coming out today and doing this work. I think Dr. Bob, you might have some more comments on the research action agenda. Thoughts?
Dr. Wesley.
Well, I know, but he was just a minute ago. No? Okay, so we're going to hear from Dr. Wesley on the agenda.
Thanks, Monique. Okay, so thank you for leading us up here. Again, I'm Joan Wesley, Jackson State University, and I will be working with the Gulfport community in this interesting, very interesting work. So thank you so much for coming out, and thank you for having us, and thank you for staying with us. And I'm so looking forward to working with this group. So on the assisting with the work ahead on the community research to action agenda. I think the information that's up here has pretty much laid out the blueprint for kind of where we want to do. Understanding that as we do this work and we're working with sometimes unanticipated changes and things that we can't always control, that we may have to do some adjustments as we go along. However, in terms of where we are, identifying and prioritizing, we've already done that with the issues. They've done a great job of that. Here, everything is all laid out for us. And so we've organized these things around issues, impacts, and changes. So how do we arrive at the changes? I think that, again, will kind of link back to the issues and help drive the work that we will be doing going forward. So some of the research things I'd like to just talk about, just bulleted points, in terms of looking at the research to action agenda. Community-based participatory research. We always say just CDPR because it's a lot shorter. So we can look at a variety of types of research that we'll be engaged in as community members. Mapping, Dr. Padgett talked about mapping using GIS and geospatial technologies to do that. The one thing when we think about mapping, we can do all kinds of things with that technology, and he will come in at given points to provide us with the support we need to ensure that that information then is conveyed to community members. And there are other resources we can also tie to do that. Citizen science, something we looked at. Identifying resources to respond to the concerns as well as the impacts and the changes we want to realize. One of the things I think we really might want to do, and it will take into account all of the three categories up here, would be looking at a community profile and really do a deep dive into it and I think we'll have the time now that we're moving forward. And when we start looking at the work plan, that's something we can start looking at and anticipating and kind of outlining where we want to do and look at timelines for getting some of those things done. Also, in terms of some of the work and some of the research we can do, especially as it relates to a couple of these issues up here, and looking at getting young people involved, photo voice is something that's been around for a long time. It's something we still use in community-based participatory research, but it's really a great tool for engaging young people. Health profiles, again, we'll go back to some of the other pieces we're doing. We can actually do mapping to identify maybe where we have health care facilities located or not, and where there may be disease clusters and so forth. Education and orientation and resources, I think, is going to be a really critical piece for us. Again, everything that's being done and any engagement I have will be driven and essentially dictated by the community. So I will be in here providing whatever support you identify that you might need to do. So resources, what are they? Where do they come from? How do we access them? Who can provide those resources? And then we want to link resources to some of the other things we want to do. For example, science literacy was something we talked about, but then financial, economic, and health literacy also came up, and those things can be included in the kind of literacy issues that we're looking at. asset mapping. Oftentimes we think about all of the bad things in the community, but we can also look at some of the positive things in our community that can help respond to some of the concerns and the issues that have been identified up here. And then again, just in terms of changing, what we want to do is to link all of these changes and anything that we're doing to prioritize issues, concerns, and then changes. And then the final thing I would like to say is that in terms of organizing community around shared concerns, shared issues, I think that's going to be a really critical issue for us. And of course, we'll work to do that throughout the project. The other thing is, and we talked about this early on in terms of evaluation, the project is being evaluated, but I think in terms of the work the community will be doing, I think there will be possibilities for us to also evaluate the work we're doing, following our plan, our work plan, and just seeing where we need to make adjustments and when we need to make them as we go along, so that if there's something that's kind of coming up, then we can respond to it right on the spot. And then again, we understand that there may be many unanticipated priorities where we may have to have shifts. For example, if we have issues with sea level rise around here. And we also have ongoing issues with extreme weather conditions. These can oftentimes have us shift priorities if we have to deal with something that's of an immediate threat to safety, then that may require some adjustments in some of the things we're doing. And so I think that's it. They've done a really great job of putting these pieces together. And all I'm here for, everything, my work is really going to be driven by what it is that you want. And of course, all the work up here is community driven. And so with that, I'd just like to hand it back over to, okay.
Okay, thanks for bearing with us through our long voting process. And now we're going to get to the last survey question of the day. So number 3 on your paper has to do with the voting process that we just went through to help us make sure that everyone feels like their voice was heard within the process of choosing your issues, impacts, and changes. So the question is, how satisfied are you with the process for choosing issues, impacts, and changes for your community research plan? So if you feel completely satisfied, like your vote counted, you had a fair say, then you would choose a 5. If you feel like you didn't get a chance to put your input in, you didn't feel like your voice was heard, then you might choose a 1. So thank you so much for answering these questions. It helps us to do these meetings better in the future, so we really appreciate it.